Hello viewers, it is time for Crime and Road Safety Watch, a program brought to you by Zimbabwe Republic Police. My name is Onesisa Sivanda. Agriculture is the backbone of Zimbabwe's economy. However, there are some people who want to derail the country's economical growth by selling counterfeit products to farmers. The Zimbabwe Republic Police has therefore seen it fit to embark on a joint operation with SOCIO agronomists to identify fake maize seed throughout the country.
The Zimbabwe Republic Police is fully aware that before the farming season, they started with a flurry of activities where farmers, seed houses, agricultural experts and the traders are preparing for related activities. The police has reported cases of traders and individuals who are openly selling fake and counterfeit seed maize to unsuspecting potential farmers. Some of the maize seed is being sold through informal markets, for example in Bari, Lawayo, Chinoi, Marondera and others. And also through some hardwares where you find that people are repackaging fake or counterfeit maize seed. And mostly some companies which are hit, they include SOCIO, where you find that they are using packaging material and also logo, which resemble the brand of SOCIO. And there is the police. This is a criminal offense, which the police has partnered with SOCIO, because we are aware that SOCIO has got agronomists throughout the country. And these agronomists, they are experts who are going to work together with the police to ensure that farmers they acquire certified and genuine seed. So in this regard, we want to appeal to farmers and the public to cooperate with the team from police, with the team from SOCIO, so that they are assisted to acquire genuine seed. And we are also aware that there are even people who are offering the fake or counterfeit seed at prices which are lower than the ones offered by SOCIO and its partners. So we appeal to the public to also certify the seed which they are acquiring. And then we want to assure the public that this operation is running from October until the end of December. And we also want to urge the media to say we are colleagues, we are partners in the fight against crime. Let us continue to highlight to the public the effects, the dangers of buying seed made from street corners, because that's a huge challenge. And we are also aware that currently the police is monitoring, where you find that we've had armed robbery cases where some criminals are targeting seed companies, including GNB. As I speak, we have effected some arrests on some robbers who were targeting seed companies, including SOCIO, throughout the country. We are also aiding the cooperation which we have got from the public. In this regard, we want to urge the public to feel free to report at any nearest police station anyone who is selling fake or counterfeit seed.
Moving on, police in Beatrice arrested a notorious cattle rustler who was terrorizing farmers in Beatrice area. The suspect was arraigned before Chitungwiza Magistrates Court and was sentenced to 9 years imprisonment. Further investigations linked him to 50 more cases.
As ZRP Beatrice, we managed to account for a cattle rustler who had terrorized our area over a period of time. Knowledge Manemo, a male at age 31, residing in Hopley Farm in Harare. Accused person was taken to Chitungwiza Magistrate Court, where he was sentenced to 9 years imprisonment after he pleaded guilty to a case of stock theft involving 2 beasts which he had stolen from Marirangwe area here in Beatrice. Further investigations revealed that the same accused person is linked to other 50 cases that were committed around our area over a period of time. We appeal to farmers to form anti-stock theft committees whereby they will have to strongly guard against their stock, and that is achievable maybe through forming WhatsApp groups in their areas and doing patrols jointly.
In other news, there is a rise in cases of destruction of public utilities and infrastructure, and the Zimbabwe Republic Police will never stop arresting these unscrupulous elements and arraigning them before the courts of law. Let us hear convictions of some of those criminals.
Vandalism of public utilities and infrastructure is a serious crime that attracts a mandatory sentence of 10 years and above. As the Zimbabwe Republic Police, we would like to applaud the efforts being done by the judiciary in complementing our efforts in as far as dispensing justice is concerned when it comes to arrested criminals. Recently, we had 3 accused persons who were sentenced to 10 years imprisonment each for vandalism of public utilities and infrastructure in Bulawayo. One of the accused persons, Dumisani Hlovu, aged 24, of Chisiyabua, Binga, has been sentenced and convicted to a mandatory 10 years jail term following vandalism of public utilities and infrastructure in Queen's Park, Bulawayo. Information was received from a reliable informer that the accused person had some burns, and those burns suggested that he had been electrocuted. Detectives interviewed the accused person, and he admitted to the fact that he had been injured whilst vandalizing electricity cables. The accused was charged and brought before Bulawayo Regional Magistrate Court, where he was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment. Meanwhile, Meluleki Moyo, aged 24, and Mwani Moyo, aged 28, all of Makokova, appeared at the Bulawayo Regional Court on 27 September 2023, where they were sentenced and convicted to 10 years imprisonment on similar charges. As a nation, we must bear in mind that vandalism of public utilities and infrastructure has a potential to derail the country's economic development.
We take a short break. Join us in the second segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. We are in the second segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. Thank you for staying with us. Following an upsurge in robberies targeted at schools, Zetaraphi Chivu District held a consultative meeting with school heads in their area and discussed security measures that they can implement.
The meeting was necessitated by the fact that we had an increase in crimes like armed robbery and unlawful entry, as well as theft from motor vehicles happening in schools. The district schools inspector really appreciated the gesture, and we are not stopping here. We are continuing. We are planning to go ahead and do an anti-drug campaign which will involve the schools in Chikomba district. The school heads appreciated so much the gesture, and they learned a lot. They also gave their suggestions. For example, they requested to have cluster meetings with the stakeholders, also involving members of the community in a bid to fight crime.
Our schools are going to improve on their security, especially when the removal of the targets, as well as hardening the target towards these examinations. We are going to ensure we have free and fair exam period where there will not be many hassles and infiltrations by criminals in our schools.
We're just exchanging notes with the school heads on target handling techniques and target removal where possible. So we are encouraging them to use technology in the hardening process, like the use of CCTVs, cameras. Then we also discussed the issue about the physical security, where as police we can help them maybe in vetting and offering training to their guards.
Moving on to this week's traffic safety segment, statistics have proven that a significant number of accident victims succumb to injuries due to lack of knowledge on handling road traffic accident victims. It is against this background that the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, in partnership with Red Cross Society and other stakeholders, embarked on an overdrive to train the public on rendering first aid to accident victims. Over 100 people in Esigodini, Matabeleland South, recently completed their course and were handed over their certificates by Deputy Minister of Transport and Infrastructural Development, Honorable Joshua Sako, who was representing the minister.
There is an increase in the number of people who lose their lives during the golden hour, which is the time soon after a road crash has happened. Besides the road crash being the major cause of injury or death, another contributing factor has been failure by first responders to properly attend to the accident scene and to render the relevant first aid to the survivor of road crashes. Unfortunately, we see people taking pictures and videos instead of assisting those who have been involved in an accident. But today, because this information and skill has been provided to the first-time responders, we hope this will make a great difference. First aid is the initial care given to an injured person. As it is not always possible that proper medical care reaches the victim within an hour, the first responders are empowered to administer first aid to victims. It is a fact that improper handling of victims worsens the situation. Hence, providing first aid to road crash victims empowers one to be aware of the procedures needed in handling the injured. In some cases, one might have a back injury. If not handled properly, you might make the situation worse. Our assessment is that most people lack knowledge on what should be done after a road crash has happened. This has necessitated the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe, whose reason for existence is promotion of road safety, to collaborate with Red Cross Zimbabwe in giving the girls first aid training. Objective here, in the event of a crash, the beneficiaries will be able to render first aid. We have convened this Girls' Week to recalibrate and ensure alignment with the government's flagship strategy Vision 2030, which amongst other targets pronounces the need to reduce traffic deaths by 50% by 2030. This also responds to His Excellency the President, Comrade E.D. Mnangagwa's mantra, leaving no one and no place behind. And that's why today we are in Matabeleland South. Allow me now to take this opportunity to congratulate those who today received their certificates as first responders. The responsibility to save lives in this region lies in your hands. It is of paramount importance that you take this responsibility seriously and apply all that which you have learned during this first aid training, should the need arise.
The majority of the graduates were women in recognition of the International Day of the Girl Child.
The first responders first aid training is one of the ways of bridging the gap between girls and boys, ensuring that the girls are equipped with knowledge that sustains them in the event of a road crash, and in this case, the knowledge will have imparted in them to use to save their own lives and others too. The 2030 National Agenda has pledged to leave no one behind, achieving gender equality and empowering women and girls. This means that in our development effort, girls must be a priority. As the institution is responsible for road safety, we have made strides in this quest of uplifting girls and incorporating young ladies in our mission to promote road safety.
I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe for their commendable efforts of training our sisters and brothers who are graduating. This basic first aid course will go a long way in reducing the impact of road carnage that is bedeviling our district. Umzingwane is experiencing a number of fatal accidents along Gwanda to Bulawayo Highway. We hope these trained first responders shall always be the first on the scene of accidents. The presence of these trained first responders will undoubtedly enhance our collective ability to address the first aid calls during accidents.
Our training is commensurate with the global standards. The graduates whom we are seeing here, I think the 108, they underwent a very rigorous training both theory and practice, and they also wrote an examination. So the certificates which they are getting today are not certificate of attendance, but certificate of competence. First aid is a life-saving skill. It's important that the graduates are able to offer first aid, but it's also a life-changing skill because also they can then seek other opportunities using the same qualification. I think that is the thrust also which Traffic Safety Council took. So it's a two-pronged approach where we are empowering with life-saving skills as well as life-changing skills, where they can seek even for employment using the same skills.
We believe this is a program as Traffic Safety Council that we seek to roll out throughout the country. We are targeting those areas that we believe are so-called black spots. That's where the interventions will come in first. So you'll notice that we have taken this program to, there's a road in Marsh East, an area that we have trained people. We also had another program in Manicaland. We have now come here to Mat South. We are running another program in Menezi. There's another black spot there. So for now we are targeting those black spots. But I'm also pleased to say that Red Cross, who we are contracting to do the training, are taking this program even further. We have agreed with them that we now want a tailor-made program which goes beyond just first aid, but which seeks to respond to road accidents. So we are now working with Red Cross on that particular program.
We take a break. Join us in the third and final segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. We are in the third and final segment of Crime and Road Safety Watch. ZRP Harare Central joined hands with Harare Central Crime Liaison Committee and conducted a crime and drug awareness campaign. Let us hear more.
Doing the drug awareness campaign with our team, the COC team and the BAFCOS team. They are our committees which help us fight crime in our area of policing. We are doing this drug awareness campaign because drugs have caused a lot of havoc in our society. They've caused havoc in our schools, in our families. There is a dismantle between the families, and we have got parents and their children, husband and wives fighting, creating DVA crimes. We are trying by all means to say no to the drugs. Let's work together to create a crime-free environment.
We have a message for all people who are either indulging in drugs or any kind of intoxication. We have also been speaking to the young people and all those around who are taking drugs, and we've been telling them that the end result, the outcomes of drugs and other substances is a very sorrowful end. And we've been encouraging them, even the public, to tell us of places where they know that drugs are being sold, or of individuals or groups of people who are taking those drugs.
On a sad note, the Zimbabwe Republic Police and the nation as a whole lost a netball legend, Constable Pauline Jani. Let us hear more from our reporter, Elliot Kwidzai-Kanyani.
It was a somber atmosphere at Zororo Cemetery, where people from all walks of life, Rainbow Netball League, Zimbabwe Netball League, Zina, police officers, colleagues and friends gathered to bid farewell to one of their own, that is Pauline Jani. The message from the Commissioner General of Police, Tandabantu Godwin Matanga, was read by Chief Superintendent Munyaradzi Tundu.
It is exceedingly sad that we are gathered here today to mourn and lay to rest one of our illustrious and industrious members, a renowned sports person in the netball circles. She was one of the most sought players by top teams in the netball fraternity. Pauline played for Getsmine in 2008 before she moved to Shangani in 2009. From 2010 to 2011, she played for Real Stars Netball Club and then Wange Colliery in 2012. 2012. Pauline was attested into the Zimbabwe Republic Police on 17 October 2012 as a constable and played for Black Mamba's Netball Queens until the time of her death.
She carried the nickname Gafai at the pinnacle of her career. She played at the World Cup representing Zimbabwe in Liverpool, England, that is in year 2019.
May her dear soul rest in peace. We now move on to people on the police wanted list. ZRP Southly Park is looking for Onias Mara, aged 26, of 6153 Southview Park, Waterfalls, for a case of rape. Honest Ngorima, of house number 3218 Amsterdam Park, Southly Park, Harare, is wanted by ZRP Southly Park for a case of rape. Southly Park Police is looking for Junior Piri, aged 18, of house number 16600 Southlands, Waterfalls, Harare, for a case of rape. If you have information that may help in the location of any of those wanted persons, feel free to visit any nearest police station or contact us on the following details. Call us on our National Complaints Desk number 0242 703 631. Visit our website www.zrp.gov.zw or email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. You can also get in touch with us on our Twitter handle @PoliceZimbabwe or on our Facebook page, Zimbabwe Republic Police. You can also watch all Crime and Road Safety Watch episodes on ZRP YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. From me, Onisisa Sivanda, and the crew behind the scenes, pleasant viewing.